Hi felters and crafters, and welcome. In this video it's a very brief discussion about the Etsy scams that are happening right now. I'm making this video because I've had at least 4 of these happen to me in the past few weeks. There seems to be more of them, so the more that you're aware about it, the less likely you are to be scammed. So first off, you might get a message from a customer saying they need your email in order to complete a transaction. Now most of these scams are happening within the message section of Etsy. I shall talk about how you know it's not from Etsy in a minute, but they will say, I need your email, I wasn't able to complete the transaction, or some other way of requesting your email. Do not send your email to them. Etsy has your email, and a customer does not need your email for a transaction. They get your email and then because you think, oh, it's not that bad having my email, what are they going to do with it? They will send you an email at some point, and it will have a link, and you will click on that link and it will show you a sign-in page for Etsy that looks 100% like Etsy's sign-in page. You will enter your login details by accident and they will have access to your shop and your bank details and everything. Do not send your email, number one. Next up, I put a sale on recently and I had a message within the normal message section and it had an Etsy logo. They are copying Etsy logos all the time, and it said, your account has been suspended, your sale is no longer happening, you need to verify your bank details. And you would have had to have clicked on something there or sent them those bank details through the message section. And I did do a double take on that one, but I went straight to my shop and my shop was all up and running and was not suspended or anything. So it was obviously a complete scam. They are doing this a lot with first-time sellers, whereby they will say, you have had a sale, in order to complete the sale we need to verify your bank details, send us your bank details here, or they'll send you a page to fill in with your bank details. Do not do that. If Etsy do have a problem, because I did have my bank details needed to be verified after it had been about 5 years I'd been with Etsy, they sent an email directly to me, and when you go into your Etsy page there will be a notice up on your banner, so it's kind of obvious that is actually Etsy. So Etsy has its own tab section within the messages which says from Etsy support or something like that. So those are definitely Etsy messages. These general message section that have the logo with Etsy on it could be a scammer. So do not send your bank details on the messages, or do not, the other thing is they might send a link. Do not click on a link, because again the link will go to what looks like an Etsy page and it isn't. So do not click on links. Then other ones that I've had several of lately, I would like to order multiple items of these for my family and friends, and for my work colleagues. Do multiple orders of this one, and they put a link underneath. And just looking at that link, I'm like, I don't recognize any of the words in it, because I thought it would have been one of my listings, but it doesn't appear to be, and I don't click on it. So any links that you get sent within messages, do not respond to, do not click on, and do not touch. So what do you do with all these emails? You mark them as spam. If you go, that's normally on your laptop, it doesn't work on my phone. So go to your laptop and then it will say mark as spam, and that will report it to Etsy. I had another one recently where someone was requesting a refund for a digital item, which people do try to do every now and again, although digital items are not refundable, and when they complete the sale they tick a box to say it's not refundable, because you don't know if they've downloaded it or not. But the catch with this one was it said, I messaged your shop 7 days ago and I've had no reply. How do I get this refund? And some other requests. So again, they try to sort of strike up a conversation, and then they might say, I need your email, or I need this or that. So again, that one to me was not quite right, because I'd never received any request in my shop. And then I do explain, obviously, digital items are non-refundable. I think you have to look at these messages and think, does that look genuine? Also look very carefully at the grammar and the sentence formation. There will be hints and tips within that shows that it's not been written correctly. Starla Moore has a really good video on this, so go and watch that, because it explains about how Etsy are scanning the messages for the word email, and now that the hackers are putting e.mail, e-mail, so they're trying to get around the search parameters that Etsy are looking for. One other scam recently, just to make you aware of, and I won't explain it all, it's called a triangulation scam. I follow a lady called Simply Sally, and she sells quite a lot of items on Etsy, and she noticed she had several orders from the same Etsy account to different addresses, and then there were disputes with the cards because they were using stolen credit cards. So I won't explain it all, but if you are getting multiple orders from the same account or to the same address and you're thinking this is just a bit odd, I don't quite understand it, go and have a look at Simply Sally on that. It'll explain it a little bit better, but flag them up to Etsy. Now, ways to contact Etsy, this is another issue you have to be really careful of. I would go into the help center, and then if you follow it through, you'll be able to send them an email. Yes, of course, we know they're not brilliant at getting back to us, but we have to make them aware. And because of Etsy's success, they are now subject to an awful lot of scams. The other thing that is happening is you might go onto Google, because we always want to ring a phone number and talk to somebody. If you search Etsy contact support numbers, the scammers are putting adverts out with their phone numbers as Etsy contact support. So you will ring them thinking that Etsy, and they are not. I don't even think Etsy does have a phone number. I've never been able to find one. So message them, mark as scam, don't send your email, don't send any bank details until you're 100% sure it's from Etsy. And like I said, normally they sent me an email direct. It was across my banner and it was in the Etsy message section only from Etsy support itself. However, saying all that, I have had the best month I've ever had on Etsy. It's a very safe platform for buyers, probably more so than it is for sellers. So I still thoroughly recommend it. If you want to know how my business has gone, my studio vlog is coming out on Friday for the month. But I hope this has just made you a little bit aware of what is going on, and just to be really vigilant to replying to those messages. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.